Hello everyone and welcome to Dan Crum Percussion. This is part 2A of translating the traditional grip. In part 1 I introduced 4 tasks for each hand. Now I'll cover 4 stroke types and use the tasks to translate them between the hands. So the first stroke is tap stroke. This begins and ends in a low position, close to the drum. The down force, the fingers over here and the connection here, is in a closed position, and the up force, the back of the hand, and the ring finger is connected, and this is going to stay the entire time. Your fulcrum is just relaxed, we're not going to use it much here, and the driver is going to make a short motion, kind of like knocking. So you can see we're staying in our low position. If you need any additional work on this, you can just literally knock with your right hand. Put the stick back in, same kind of motion. Left hand slightly different. You can hold your hand up and act like you're knocking with the side of your thumb. Same kind of thing. The secret to getting really good tone quality with the tap stroke is activating the down force. I don't mean squeezing necessarily, but just if I play and my down force is touching, but I'm not actually doing anything with it, you'll hear the sound change. So I'll start and I'll activate the down force. And then I'll release. And in the left hand. I'll activate. And then release. So that's tap strokes. Next stroke is the full stroke. It begins and ends in a high position. So the big change here is your down force is in an open position and your up force is disconnected from the stick. So as you see here, the stick is no longer connected to the back of my hand and my fingers are open. I'll switch back. If I were to try to do this with my hands in a closed position, it will look like this. You can hear the tone change as well. Left hand, my ring finger is come away from the stick, disconnected, and my down force is just relaxed and moving. The fulcrum in this position is just relaxed, sort of allowing the stick to go back and forth, and the driver is moving over a full range. So my wrist is making a full range motion here, my arm is making a full rotation. You can tell in the left hand that you're making a full rotation when the palm of your hand is facing to the side when it's down and facing directly up when it's open, and you can see that here. Both the tap and the full strokes are same height strokes. That means that they begin and end at the same level. Taps begin and end here, full strokes begin and end here. The next two are transition strokes. They move between a high and a low position, and they get us in between tap and full strokes. So next we'll do down strokes. This begins high and ends low. It's used to return us to taps. So if we've been playing taps and then we've done something else, then this will get us back down to that tap level. Just like in tap strokes, down force is closed. It's going to absorb the rebound of the stroke. The up force is connected, just like in taps, and so when we play, my back fingers are absorbing the rebound. If they didn't absorb, if I just take my back fingers off, then you'd see something like this. And the stick bounces up. Then I reconnect, and the stick stops. Left hand, my down force is just going to be closed. My up force is connected. If I were to disconnect my thumb and my first finger, the stick would bounce up the same way, so you close it down. Again, the fulcrum is relaxed. Driver's moving over the full range down. My palm is completely up, completely down. Wrist is completely up, completely down. That's the down stroke. Last stroke is the upstroke. This begins low and begins in a low position, ends in a high position, and this prepares us, if we've been playing taps, to play full strokes or down strokes. The down force is closed and activated, just like in taps. The up force is connected, and it's going to lift after the stroke. The fulcrum is relaxed, just like in taps, and the driver is going to make that knocking motion followed by a quick pop up. So you can see I'm going to knock, and then I'm going to pop away. We compare this to a couple taps. and then an upstroke. And over here, a couple taps, and then a pop. And this is the upstroke. You'll note that the upstroke sounds basically exactly the same as a tap stroke. The pop after the note is really key in the preparation of either full strokes or downstrokes. So this is part 2A. In part 2B, we'll build 2 exercises using all these stroke types. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.